just a little tidbit. Uh, what do you think of the rumors of Ubisoft getting acquired? Do you think that actually has?
I think there's probably some merit to it. I think Ubisoft has set themselves up. I think they've had the same sort of internal struggles that Activision has had, and I think
Yeah,
it's not that the writing is on the wall for them, but I think they are prime for someone to pick them up. And that's an odd phrase to use because I think Amazon is probably one of the leaders as a possibility. I think that would be a good acquisition for them if
I
they
mean they've
really
got
want to
the
get
Ubisoft channel.
into the gaming space. Yeah, they're very big. Ubisoft is very big with both with Amazon Luna and with Stadia. So, of the two, if one of those two were to pick them up, I think Amazon is probably in a better position than Google would be, and more interested in really developing their own gaming sector. Um,
Yeah,
I think
that's
they're one of the ones that I would like to see get pick them up if someone is going to get them. I think Microsoft probably wouldn't. I think they would not
yeah.
want that spotlight even brighter on them. I think that would be a good pickup for them, but I don't think it
Yeah,
would be one that they would be interested in doing.
that's I've seen Microsoft's name get tossed around. I really don't think like with Microsoft acquiring ZeniMax Media, uh, parent company to Bethesda,
Mm,
and with them acquiring or working on, and most likely going to happen, the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Like it was very much out of necessity. Like
mm,
Microsoft needed to really bolster their first party studios, their first party output, mainly because like over like towards the end of the 360 and most of the Xbox One, Microsoft's first party efforts have been drying up, and the stuff that they were putting out wasn't really resonating with people. Like I remember so many people being frustrated with like the path that Halo was on and Gears was on and Fable was dead in the water and
yeah.
like there was just issues popping up left and right. So their acquisitions of ZeniMax and with Activision was was necessary. They needed that influx of new franchises, new talent, new stuff to bring to Game Pass, um, and I think that that's going to work out really well for Microsoft and the remainder of the contracts and stuff. But
Mm,
as far as like Ubisoft goes, like I don't see Microsoft needing to make that
no.
acquisition. Like they don't need. I mean, yeah, they could, but they don't need it. Um, and I'm in the camp that I hope that Ubisoft just remains, you know, their third party status that they remain owned by themselves.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean the one company I don't want coming in and doing anything with Ubisoft is Tencent.
yeah,
Um,
like they have enough stuff.
they
Like
have plenty.
they
I don't want any. I don't want Tencent getting even more pieces of the gaming pie. They've got plenty as it
yeah,
is, and
like
I don't think I think while Ubisoft might be the kind of studio they'd want to get because I think Tencent would love to have more AAA stuff. Most of their stuff
yeah,
focuses on mobile and other things like that. Um,
yeah. And I feel like Ubisoft they they did so much to try to hold off the hostile takeover of Vivendi like years ago. I think in the process of doing that, they had their a brain drain. All
yeah,
their teams just got exhausted from trying to pump out titles to increase the valuation, and like there was just so much going on that they've it's a lot of just that capitalistic world where they took the steps to prevent the hostile takeover, but now they're in a position where like they're not doing bad for money, but
mm,
they're not what they were 5 years ago.
yeah,
And you know, turning Assassin's Creed into a yearly franchise, and in some cases like multiple games in a year, and just like the Tom Clancy stuff just kind of falling through. Like I said, I hope that they can maintain their their third party status, but I don't really know who would really like I said, I don't think Microsoft would be a good a good
That's why I think Amazon is probably the best
yeah
option if anybody's going to buy them, because they're not a platform holder.
yeah
They don't have that stake like Microsoft or Sony has. They're going to continue to put all of that stuff on
yeah
every system. It'll allow them to bolster uh, Amazon Luna with they could roll the Ubisoft stuff into the Amazon Luna subscription and
yeah
justifiably up the price of uh, Amazon Luna, but give you all of the Ubisoft stuff included. I think it's $10 a month right now. Um, I think if it would not be out of the realm of possibility if Amazon bought them to have that Ubisoft stuff rolled in, have that price up to $15 or even $20 a month. Um,
yeah, and it would give them Amazon's been doing their own like they've gotten a couple like with New World and Lost Ark and stuff like they've done like their own stuff,
yeah,
but being able to like add like Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell and
yeah,
Rainbow Six and stuff like that to their portfolio would help really. I mean, they don't really need the excess like legitimizing of their efforts, but it would definitely go a long way in being able to to say, hey, we are serious about this.
yeah,
This is something we are not going to back down from. We are dead set on this being a focal point for the company.
mhm,
Um, other companies are kind of taking steps around, or they're finding different avenues for what they want to do with their streaming platforms and stuff. But for us, like this is we are serious about this.
yeah. But it
Um,
also gives them a huge lineup of games that they can not only just drop on the service, because there's a ton of
yeah,
stuff that's on available through whatever Ubisoft's thing is called. It's not UPlay. It's Ubisoft Connect.
oh yeah,
There's a
I
huge
forgot all
library
about
of
that.
games that they could just automatically roll right onto Luna and be like, "Hey, look at all of this stuff that you can now
Yeah,
play as a Amazon Luna subscriber." And it allows them to do the same type of thing that Microsoft does. And when the next Assassin's Creed game comes out, it is on Luna PC day one, and it's also available on consoles for the regular $60 to $70 price tag.
yeah. That's it'll be interesting to see what happens. I do think of all of the companies, I'm kind of with you on the fact that I think Amazon would probably be the best place for Ubisoft if they do sell, just because they do have pretty close ties uh, with Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Luna. Like I think Ubisoft was one of the first companies,
They
or
were
like
the
they were
first to
the
have their own channel.
so kind of paving the way for what publishers could do with the service.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, like Sony doesn't need to do anything with them. I don't think Microsoft needs to do anything with them. Obviously, Tencent needs to stay away from them.
Nintendo's
Uh,
not going to buy them.
yeah, like
That's not how Nintendo operates.
yeah, they so for the most part, and like EA's not in any position to talk about any like merging or anything like that. Take Two's already done their big acquisitions. Um, so as far as like what's available on the table, like I do see like Amazon being the best case for them.
Yeah.
Um, of course, who knows? We could just see like kind of out of left field, Google decide, yep, we're deciding that this is we're starting it all over again. We're bringing Ubisoft into the fold.
That
Um,
that would be a twist.
but yeah, but I thought this was going to be a short episode, and then I looked at the timer, and this was not a short episode.
Yeah,
So
we're over 42 minutes on the recording right now. So
so in the comments, let us know what you think of the potential acquisition of Ubisoft. What would make a good decision, smart decision? Who do you think would be the best suitor for Ubisoft?
bye
See ya,
everybody.
everybody.